Well, I guess in the old days they used to can vegetables, but now we're canning plastic. This is the HDPE. It's the high-density polyethylene. The white material is what the gallon milk jugs are made out of you get from the grocery store. So I saved my milk containers, milk jugs, for a year, cut them up into little pieces, and then put the little pieces into a tin can, and then melted it in the oven at 350 degrees for about 20 to 30 minutes. The stuff becomes kind of molten. It doesn't become liquid. So if you have it in the tin can and you put a piece of wood on the bottom and the top with some parchment paper, this is a non-stick cookie paper, in front of the wood block, and then compress it with a Harbor Freight clamp, you get these round items. The white ones, the 6 there, are the white milk containers, and the red one here, this is the bottle caps that come off the gallon milk containers. I tried a couple different cans, sizes, and the small cans, I wasn't real happy with that. The bigger cans came out better. And the thing about HDPE is that you can remelt it. It's solid. Put it in the oven and it can remelt. And this one discolored block was an old one that I had that has some impurities and some sawdust and stuff in it. This one didn't come out very well, and it has a big air bubble in the center. But the larger cans, when you compress it between 2 pieces of wood, or the wood in the bottom of the can, you get a nice round uniform block. I can cut that on the lathe or do something with it and make, I don't know, all kinds of things. So in addition to the HDPE, you also get these grocery sacks from Walmart, Publix, Home Depot, and Harbor Freight. So this block is about a year's worth of grocery sacks that I compressed into a tight ball, put it onto a cookie sheet at 350 degrees, let it melt, and then forced it into an old meatloaf pan. I'll never make meatloaf in that pan again, but the block comes out really solid. It's heavyweight material. I can cut that into something. Anyway, but this is about 1 year's worth of milk jugs at about 1 gallon, 1.5 gallons per week, and they were all saved. I used the milk containers for my hurricane emergency water service, but after the hurricane passed, I cut them up and made these little blocks with it. Last year I saved my milk containers, and I made a few of these different shaped blocks. If you make a form out of 2x4s and coat it with parchment paper, you can make square blocks. This block on the back has the red bottle caps mixed in with the white plastic. This smaller block is simply the white plastic milk jugs, and this round one, I picked up some kind of a bundt cake or a muffin tin at the Goodwill store and used it to form a round wheel, kind of like a wheel of cheese. So I can put that on the lathe and make a dish or something out of that. But anyway, HDPE, recycled plastic. I have to figure out what I'm going to do with this stuff. I didn't want to throw it out, so we'll see what happens.